Review of Part 1. Exciting Stories of Starknight. Educational Xorx Years. Starknight, having aided the Xorxian Xor, who had crash-landed on Earth, and returning to his home planet Xorx, was now embarking on a new chapter. Upon Xor's invitation, Starknight had bid farewell to Earth. In gratitude for Starknight's assistance, the regent of Xorx, Torin, had decided that Starknight would receive comprehensive training on Xorx. United as a team, Xor and Starknight now faced further missions in service of Xorx and its inhabitants. Over the course of 3 Xorx years, I was able to learn a lot about Xorx, the Xorxians, the Xorx system, and more. The Xorx system has 15 planets, with Xorx being the 3rd largest planet, all orbiting the local sun. The time system on Xorx was different than that on Earth. Here a day had 38 hours and the year had 288 days. Unfortunately, I also noticed this very quickly in myself. I was aging faster. My 3 years here were equivalent to about 10 years on Earth. Xorxians reached an age of around 200 to 250 Earth years and had another possibility which was unknown to me until then. Xorxians entered into lifelong relationships with only one partner and only fathered one child, who inherited and passed on the complete knowledge of their parents and ancestors via genes.
Our regent Torin has ordered us both to fly to the planet Bubiton in the Butin system to negotiate there how we can jointly act against attacks on our spaceships in the Butin system and attacks on Butanian spaceships in our system. He believes that you as a Terran can contribute positively to an agreement because they would see you as a neutral person.
I'm there and will do everything I can to ensure that we succeed in our mission.
The crew boarded the heavy space cruiser Xorxanum and navigated to the Butin system. Regent Torin had announced Xor and Starknight to the Supreme Butanian, Regent Budlax, but it was not clear what would really await us. The command crew was ready for action and the Stark to Butane could take place.
A spaceship launch experienced many times, but always exciting, and you will be tested as a commander on this mission. After the command, I start the ship commander.
I'm looking forward to flying my first galactic mission with you. I hereby give the command to start.
As soon as the crew got into the Butane system, the Xorxanum was attacked out of nowhere. The foreign ships were not visible on the radar. In order not to trigger a conflict before the negotiations in question, the crew withdrew and landed on the next accessible planet. But they were immediately attacked there too.
Why these attacks?
They think we are intruders.
The battle became more intense and we had no choice but to retreat again. On the way back to the Xorxanum, Roger suffered a severe blow to his head and eye and fell unconscious to the ground. Xor, where we are?
Back on the Xorxanum in the infirmary.
Doc, please come, they're awake.
All I can remember is heavy shelling. After that I hit, my lights went out.
But they were able to heal us back here at the station.
I still feel dizzy, but I'm glad the doctors got what was probably a serious injury under control. Why these attacks? We were announced by Torin at Bitlax.
This has something to do with our mission. I contacted Torin and he contacted Bitlax again. We were not attacked by Butin units, but by the Tolugians. It is clear that they are attacking spacecraft in our system and the Butane system to turn us against each other.
The Tolugians come from the Telug system, which is light years away, and had to have a secret base somewhere in the area of the Butane and Xorx systems. Thanks to the highly developed Xorxian medicine, our bodies regenerated very quickly. The crew now set a direct course for Bubiton in order to analyze the situation with Budlax and the future Alliance representatives, and to hold appropriate pact talks. Urgency was required. Bubiton was reached quickly and without further incident. Starknight looked a bit wild with the eye patch, but he also wanted to show the Budlaxers how important and urgent Xor, and he saw these pact talks.
I declare to everyone involved the willingness of Torin and all Xorxians to form alliances with all of you against the Telugers and to secure peace through intensive, joint space patrols.
Discussions quickly began with the races that had been involved up to that point and had become victims of these sneaky attacks by the Talags.
I, Budlax, regent of the Butin system, agree with the Xorxian Terran Starknight. His words are wise and give hope for peace.
As your designated recorder, I declare the pact of all races present to be closed. The first mixed space patrols will begin operations in all participating systems today. Long live the Alliance.
Xor and Starknight received further missions from Torrent and visited the Alliance planets for direct exchange, but also to convey the Alliance loyalty of the Xorxians. The bond between Xor and Starknight became closer and closer during the further missions, even brotherly, but Starknight felt more and more how his physical and mental strength was decreasing. The time difference between Terra and Xorx was taking its toll.
It seems my time has slowly come. I now clearly feel the age within me, and my eye injury had also affected parts of my brain, and I can now feel that painfully clearly. I just have to tell my brother Xor. Xor, my brother, I feel like it's coming to an end for me. I no longer have the strength and energy to accompany you.
That, my brother, I noticed a long time ago. Torrent has allowed me to tell you one of our biggest secrets.
Xor now initiated Starknight into one of the best kept secrets of Xorx, which was unknown to many Xorxians, the cell restructuring. Behind it was the term of a complete cell redesign with an impenetrable cell protection, which caused these people to be rejuvenated by years, their immune system to be provided with an impenetrable protection, and an aging or even decay of the cells no longer occurred. However, also a procedure that took weeks and could not be reversed, with the burden of being immortal. Starknight decided to undergo this restructuring because he also saw his time still further in the work for Xorx and wanted to contribute to Xorx and the Xorxians after his comprehensive education. The restructuring began, and the old Starknight was to become a young Starknight while retaining the knowledge he had acquired.
Sequel follows.